What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome to another Q&A from me. Now this one, as you can tell, is a little bit different than what you normally see from me. I'm going to be doing this one in a vlog format, so you're going to be able to see my face this whole time. There's not going to be any gameplay here, so I hope you guys don't mind that. And I'd actually like to know in the comments below, which format do you prefer? Do you prefer seeing my face while I do a Q&A? Kind of get a little bit more personal with me? Or do you prefer just seeing gameplay? Because, I don't know, I could see it going either way. Some people I'm sure would rather just watch gameplay than my boring face here. But some of you guys might prefer this, so leave me a comment in the comment section below. And the reason that I am doing a vlog here is I just got a brand new camera. For those that are interested, it's a Canon T3i, and I'm just really interested to see what the quality turns out, or how the quality turns out when I upload this to YouTube. I think it's a pretty good quality camera. I know it's kind of an entry-level DSLR, but I'm really impressed with the quality that I've seen so far, so yeah, let me know in the comment section below which format you'd prefer. Alright, so the first question comes from the LeftHanded Gamer, and I'm going to skip over the first part of his paragraph here just because it's like a long paragraph. But the question is basically, what do you think about physical and social activity and a value for education now with all the tech? I think this is very important to still remain physically active and also socially active. A lot of people that are really hardcore gamers, myself included, we kind of fall into a trap of I don't know, just isolating ourselves a little bit, and I found this with myself. This is actually a big reason I started with YouTube, is I felt a little bit isolated. It's not that I don't have friends or anything, I always just preferred to play video games and do that. That was one thing that I always loved to do, and I do live way out in the middle of nowhere, so for me to go out and actually go out with friends, I don't know, it's a lot of traveling involved. Sometimes it's like 45 minutes for me to go anywhere to like my closest friend's place. It kind of sucks, so I do spend a lot of my time playing video games, or at least I used to. I get out quite a bit more often now that I'm kind of free from university and everything like that. But I think it's very important. I kind of lost a lot of my social skills because I spent so much time while I was in university just playing video games on all my free time, or most of my free time. I'd still get out every once in a while, but I kind of noticed that some other people had better social skills than me, and I wasn't quite developing those, so I feel like it's very important to get out socially, and also physical activity. That's very important for me as well. I try to work out as much as possible. Luckily, we have a nice setup here where we basically have our own little gym in the house, which obviously is a plus. I don't have to drive to a gym or anything like that, but I'm not like ripped or anything. There's no massive muscles here. I just like to stay fit, stay in shape, and that's really all you need, in my opinion. Next question comes from VIPRE Man, and the question is there any challenge or achievement in Ghosts that you would like to achieve? Not really anymore. I've achieved all of the little goals that I set for myself at the beginning. I wanted to earn a chem strike, and now I can do that relatively consistently if I really am trying for it. And I also wanted to get 100 plus, and I've done that a couple times. It's becoming more and more rare for me. It was more at the beginning of the life cycle when I felt like I was really ahead of everybody as far as understanding the maps and the spawns and everything. But now a lot of people have caught up, and a lot of the, let's say, bad players have kind of moved on, it seems like. Either they got better, or they just no longer play the game. It just doesn't interest them anymore, so no, I don't have any more real goals or challenges as far as Ghosts goes. Alright, the next guy has 3 questions, and the first one is, can you make a video or photos of where you're living? I may end up doing like a little house tour or something like that. For those of you that don't know, I live at home still, so I don't really own the whole house or anything like that. I just have my room here, but I'm thinking of also doing a setup video as far as my gaming setup goes, but I'm still trying to add a few things, waiting in the mail. I've got a few things on the way in the mail, I mean, that are going to be adding to my setup, so I don't want to jump into that right away until I kind of complete my setup. Second question here is, which guns are your favorites from COD Ghosts, 1 through 5? So just quickly off the top of my head, first one, I really like the Honey Badger. I can do well with it in any situation. I absolutely love the Ripper, but only in SMG mode now. I started using it in assault rifle mode with rapid fire, but I kind of got away from that now, and I just use it in the SMG mode and no rapid fire, since rapid fire doesn't affect the SMG mode at all with that gun. What's after that? I would say the VIPRE. I really enjoy using the VIPRE. The MTAR, and finally the ARX, but only with the semi-auto attachment, because I feel like it is the best semi-auto assault rifle that you can use in the game. And finally from him, for the third question, can you make a paintball video? Or if you have one with the past, share it for us. I used to play paintball competitively, for those of you that are new to this channel or new to the Q&As from me. I don't have any videos from the past. I think I have a picture or two. If I can find a picture or maybe two pictures, I will put it like right here. But no, I don't have any videos, and I don't really play too often anymore. I only get out a few times a year now, so I won't have any paintball videos coming in the near future. Moving on to the next one, if Call of Duty starts to focus on PS4 and only PS4, which would you pick? I would definitely pick the PS4. I would follow wherever Call of Duty is going, and the only reason for that is my channel is centered around Call of Duty, and it is important for me to get the maps as early as possible, basically. I can't be a month behind everybody else, and especially with the types of videos that I make. I make like the Maps Exposed series and my spawn guides. I kind of have to be ahead of the game as far as getting that. So if the DLC came to the PS4 before the Xbox One, I would go out and buy a PS4 like the next day, and I would start making my videos on that. So that's just the way it is. I have to kind of stay on top of things as far as Call of Duty goes. Next up, do you ever play any one-player games like Assassin's Creed or Grand Theft Auto? Not very often, but I did beat Grand Theft Auto within the first week of it coming out, the single-player campaign. I think I spent like 24 hours of gameplay time in 1 week. It just happened to be a slow week for me, so that's all I did, and I really enjoyed it. But once I beat it, that was kind of the end of it for me. I get a lot more enjoyment out of multiplayer games, but every time there's like a really good single-player game and I get my hands on it, then I definitely play through it. There are a bunch that I've missed, like The Last of Us and a few other ones that I think I would really enjoy, and I'll probably end up buying a used version of. But at this point, I'm basically just focusing on multiplayer for my channel. This next one is, do you enjoy competitive gaming, and have you ever considered becoming a competitive player? I don't really enjoy competitive for Ghosts. I don't know what it is. The game just, I don't know. I don't enjoy watching competitive Call of Duty for Ghosts or playing it. For Black Ops 2, I really got into it. I was really enjoying it. But I wouldn't really consider myself getting into competitive gaming, at least not at this point where I'm living right now. And a big reason for that is my connection. Sometimes, as you guys have seen in my videos, I've kind of gotten good with it, but good with like working my way around it and playing at a certain time of day that will maximize my chance for success. But if I play at peak hours, my connection is all over the place. So competitive gaming isn't really an option for me because I would really be letting my team down a lot. I can just picture myself being in like a 1v4 situation in some match in Search and Destroy or something like that, and then my character just freezing and me dying. And that would be extremely frustrating, and I would really let down my team. So that's why I don't play any competitive gaming, but maybe down the road if I move out and get a better internet connection, I will consider it. Next question is, when creating a class in Ghosts, which perk is a must-have for you, excluding Dead Silence and Amplify? Definitely Focus. Without a doubt, I have Focus on every one of my classes except for, I believe, shotgun classes. So yes, I highly recommend Focus for any class that you're using. Moving on, what's the highest amount of kills or best kill-death ratio that you've ever gotten in one game of Call of Duty before? I think in Modern Warfare 2, I had like 70-something and 1 gameplay. I didn't record it. I wasn't recording back then. That's before I started YouTube. But I think it was like 73 kills, 1 death, so I guess a 73 kill-death ratio would be my highest. The next question comes from Chris Silva, and it is, what do you think about Black Ops 1? I kind of enjoyed Black Ops 1, but not nearly as much as Modern Warfare 2, and not as much as Black Ops 2. I think I liked it a little bit better than Modern Warfare 3, but overall, it wasn't really like one of my top Call of Duties. Next up, what type of music do you listen to? I'm actually kind of weird as far as music goes. I listen to anything that makes me feel good, or that I like listening to, that sounds good to me. So I listen to everything from like rap music to like heavy metal stuff, like pretty heavy metal, classical sometimes even, classic rock, some of the new stuff that's out, like top 40 type stuff, like really anything goes. I'm not the biggest fan of country music, which is kind of funny because I do live like on a ranch and like my dad's a cowboy and everything like that, and they listen to country music all the time, but I don't really like it too much. I guess there's a few songs that I like here and there, but overall, pretty much anything goes as long as I enjoy listening to it. Next one is, if you could bring any gun from past Call of Duty into Ghosts, what would it be? Hands down, it would be the FAL from Black Ops 2. I absolutely loved that the fire rate potential was so high with that gun, and I have a really fast trigger finger, so I was able to really take advantage of that gun and really destroy with that gun. And it's a lot of fun to use as well when you're not really limited by by the game as far as how fast you can pull that trigger. So definitely the FAL from Black Ops 2. This next one is, do you use control freaks or any other controller modifications when playing Call of Duty? I just recently got a SCUF controller here, and I absolutely love it so far. I am kind of planning on doing a review on this soon, a really in-depth review, but at this point I just don't have the time, and it's actually, I was waiting on this camera that I just bought to film this review, so I will be doing that. And you'll also notice the little green thing right there. That is actually a Control Freak CQC, I think they're called. So it's the small one, and it's domed. And I really enjoy using it. I kind of have a hard time playing without Control Freaks. I've been using them since Modern Warfare 2, so what is that, like 5 years or so, or 4 years I've been using them? I don't even know how long ago that was, but I've been using them for a long time, and I highly recommend them, and I'm not even affiliated with them in any way, so that's my honest opinion on them. They're great products. Alright, this next one is one that I get asked quite a bit in my live commentaries, and it is, how do you control your anger and rage when playing Call of Duty when so much BS goes against you? Big thing for me is I try to think as logically as possible, and raging at a game and getting angry, that only makes you play worse. So I just find if you stay calm, you stay relaxed, then you'll eventually get out of whatever's happening to you, and you'll do better in the long run. So I just try to approach things logically, I guess. All right, the next question comes from Ronan, one of my longtime subscribers, actually. What is your favorite video game of all time? I'm actually probably going to have to go with Black Ops 2 for that one. I really enjoy Black Ops 2. I just recently started going back to it and playing it a little bit again, and I still love it, even after this entire time. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's my favorite Call of Duty game, and I guess Call of Duty is my favorite franchise, so I'm going to have to go with Black Ops 2. Second question is, who are your favorite YouTubers? I haven't really had a ton of time to watch a lot of YouTube videos lately, but C9ers has always been one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. It's hilarious content, and it's gaming and everything, and I don't know. I just find it really, really funny. Who else? Drifter. I really enjoy watching Drifter's videos. He approaches things extremely analytically, and I don't know, I really enjoy that, and I learn a lot about the game as well, about things that I'm not really willing to test. Last one from him is, do your friends and family know about your YouTube channel? Yep, most of my friends, actually I think all of my friends now know about my YouTube channel. At first I was a little bit, I don't know, I was a little nervous about sharing those sort of details with friends, because, I don't know, it's kind of a nerdy thing to do, I guess you could say, but everybody thinks it's really cool. Everybody that I've told, nobody's really looked at me weird and gone, you do what? I guess they might do it every once in a while, but once they see it, then they're actually usually really impressed, and they hear that I'm making a little bit of money with it as well, so they're usually really impressed and really interested in it, actually. And my family, of course, knows as well. This next question is another question that I get asked a lot, so I just thought I'd answer it really quickly, is how old are you? I'm 23 years old. I'll be 24 coming up pretty soon, but yeah, there you go. And once again, another question that gets asked a lot from me is, would you ever create a clan in Ghosts and let people join? I have no plans to do this. I'm not interested in clans or clan wars at all in Ghosts, and yeah, I don't see myself doing this anytime soon. The next question comes from Sean Roberts. What would you recommend to somebody new to Call of Duty and multiplayer in general, connection-wise, for best experience, least lag, etc.? So like upload, download speed, and things like that. To be honest, your upload and download speed with modern internet connections don't matter a whole lot. Really, as long as you have like above 500 megabit per second upload, and above that for download as well, then your upload speeds and download speeds are just fine. I used to play with 200 megabit per second upload, and it was pretty bad, but it wasn't because of the upload speed. It was more the connection type. Now, I use a wireless internet service provider, so my internet actually goes to a little tower, or a little antenna on my roof, and then I get it wirelessly from a radio tower. So similar to like what you would get with a cell phone, if you're connecting to the towers and not satellites. So it's not the greatest connection. If you have any sort of cable connection, you're golden. You're probably going to be fine. One thing you might have to worry about a little bit is line quality. Your line sometimes gets damaged, or the quality just fades over time if it's a really old line, and that can really affect gaming and performance. And definitely ping is another thing that you really need as far as online gaming goes. You want to have that ping as low as possible, and I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover with that. Alright, so this next one, I typically try to avoid these types of questions a little bit, but I kind of want to answer it, and just a little disclaimer, like, I don't want to see any hate comments or anything like that between anybody about this subject, but this is actually a religion topic, so I'm just going to cover it as quickly as possible. Basically, I'm interested in your religious beliefs. You have a high moral standard, which attracts me to this channel. Just curious where it comes from, and yeah, that's the basis of the question there. So I'm actually not really a religious person. It's not that I don't believe in God or that I'm an atheist or anything like that. I feel like if there is a God, then it's not my purpose in life to worship that God. If there isn't a God, then there isn't a God. I don't feel like it's something that I need to worry about with my life. I feel like I treat people the way I want to be treated. I do feel like I have quite a high moral standard personally, and I'm quite proud of that. And I feel like it's something that people should strive for. I respect other people's beliefs, so if you're religious, then that's great for you. If you're an atheist, good for you as well. I don't like it when people, I don't know. Sorry guys, my camera cut out there. It runs out of room relatively quickly, which is something I'm just discovering. But what I was saying there is I don't like it when people try to force their beliefs on other people. I respect your beliefs. I expect you to respect mine. I'm all for maybe trying to share your beliefs a little bit, but when you try and shove it down somebody's throat and you sort of condemn them for having their beliefs, then I feel that is wrong, and I am against that. But that's really all I wanted to say with this topic. Again, I don't want to see any sort of hate messages or anything like that in the comments below, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Next up, getting back to the topic of ghosts, so a little bit less serious, do you dislike any innovations in ghosts? Yes, there's actually a few things that I really dislike in Ghosts. First of which is the squad point system and the way that you level up in Ghosts. I feel like once you've prestiged a few times, there's no real need to prestige besides getting a little emblem and maybe unlocking a new soldier. Before, it was always really fun grinding from having nothing to eventually earning like your best class setup, the perfect class setup for you. And you really had to grind to be able to unlock all those little pieces of your class. But now, when you prestige, as long as you have like 100 squad points, you can have your perfect class setup from level 1. And I feel like that really ruins a lot of the enjoyment of the game, because a lot of what I enjoyed doing in previous Call of Duties was that grinding and trying to unlock that perfect class setup one item at a time. All right, the next one, you seem like a really smart and interesting guy. Thank you. I'd love to just chat with you. Is that possible in any way? I would say the best way, if you do just want to chat with me and kind of get in contact with me, is through Twitter. Just tweet at me. I always reply to tweets, or at least whenever possible. I eventually get to them. Sometimes maybe it's not for a day or two, but I always get back to people on Twitter. So I'd say that's probably your best bet. You could send me a message on YouTube. Usually I respond to that, but I only check that maybe like once a week, and I don't get through all of them. If it's something that really needs a response, then I will definitely answer. If it's something that's just like, you're doing a great job, I don't know, I kind of feel like it would be insincere of me to just say thanks to everybody that says that. I really do appreciate all the support and everything. I appreciate when I get those comments, but I'm not going to spend my time just saying thanks over again to 50 different people all at once. So yeah, Twitter is probably your best bet. I will leave you guys a link to that in the description of this video. Actually, in the description of every video, I have my Twitter there, so if you want, you can follow me there. All right, this next question, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but in summary, it's basically, when you're playing Ghosts, how do you stay focused and basically not getting reckless and forgetting about the objective and everything like that? Basically, I just look at everything as far as long-term results while in the game. I try not to think like, oh, if I chase this guy down, then I'll get my one kill. Instead, it's more, if I maintain my position instead of getting distracted by this guy, then eventually it's going to reward me with many more kills, or it's going to really help my team secure the win. So I'm usually just thinking a few steps ahead, and I try not to get focused and get tunnel vision and caught up on one little thing in the game. I tend to think more of the metagame aspect. I'm thinking of the bigger picture. All right, this next one is from Original Wells, and it is, what is your favorite childhood game? Hands down, it's Crash Bandicoot. The whole Crash Bandicoot series. Crash Bandicoot 1 was my very first game for PlayStation 1. I got it when I was, I think, 6 years old or 5 years old, and I absolutely loved it. And growing up, I had the entire series of Crash Bandicoot, and I just love those games. I still love them today. I would love to go back and actually play them. I may do that if I can find where I put my PS1. I think I still have it laying around somewhere. But yeah, hands down, Crash Bandicoot. Alright, so the last question that I'm going to be answering for this video is, what are your thoughts on Ghosts? Do you enjoy it more than other Call of Duties, or do you not care for it very much? To be honest, I enjoy other Call of Duties a lot more than I enjoy Ghosts, but I do enjoy Ghosts still. So I'm not saying I don't like Ghosts, I do like it. It just hasn't really pulled me in nearly as much as other Call of Duties have in the past. And like I said before, it's the leveling system, it doesn't really hook me at all. There's a few other aspects that I just don't really enjoy. Clan Wars, honestly, is ruining a lot of the game for me. Without a mercenary playlist, I know it might sound like I'm whining or something, but I don't enjoy being stomped by full teams, and I like playing solo, so whatever. That's how I like to play, and some people don't like that I say that. They think that I should just join a clan or something, but I don't enjoy playing in a clan. And there's a few other things that I just don't really like about the game, and I don't know, but overall, like I said, I'm not saying that I don't like the game. I still enjoy myself when I go on and play it, but it's not something that every day I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to play Ghosts. It's basically like, okay, I should jump on. I have some free time. I'll jump on and get a few games in of Ghosts just for fun, just to kill an hour or so. Whereas previous games, it was like, I gotta log on, and I'm on my way to earning the diamond camos for that, and I would really grind for things, and it was really exciting to jump on. And I just don't get that same excitement from Ghosts. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for today's Q&A. Like I said in previous Q&As, I get quite a few questions now. If you do have a question for me, leave it in the comment section of this video, and I'll try and answer it in the next Q&A, but I do have a lot of comments coming in, or a lot of questions coming in, and I can't answer every single one of them every Q&A. So I do have to kind of pick through a little bit. So if I don't answer your question, don't get discouraged, and maybe just ask it again in the next Q&A, and if I see duplicates, like if I saw that same question was asked by you in the previous Q&A, then I'm more likely to answer it in the next one if I didn't get to it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next time.